And what is up, guys? This is ManicMotoX here to do a game video for you guys. As soon as I figure out and remember what I was doing. And if you have seen my videos before this point, I don't do game vlogs. I just trying something new out, just kind of experimenting. So if you want to let me know if you're feeling it or not, go down in the comments, let me know. Or if you like to see this happen again, whatever, comment. And if you like the video, like it. And if you haven't, subscribe. And I'm basically just going to run you through kind of how this game of SimCity works. That's what I'm playing, obviously. So this is my first time using screen recording software and doing this kind of whatever you would call it. It's just my first time for doing this, so I'll try not to make it too wordy. Oh, I guess I can skip all this stuff. And I did have one that I resumed, or I had one that I started that I could resume, but I'm gonna just start over, play a whole new. It says 5 minutes ago, which I think I tried something. It didn't really work, so I just scrapped the project. I just never deleted it. So we're gonna go to, let's go here. So this is where you pick your region, and from there you'll pick your city, and your resources will be in that city, and depending on what you want to do would depend on what is the best city for the resources that you want to use. Pretty straightforward. Name the region, Pacific Islands. And I'm not going to click sandbox mode because I don't know, it's just more fun when you don't, like, it's not cheating, but it kind of is, because yeah, it's sandbox, it's play mode, and I kind of just want to show you guys in real, regular mode what SimCity's like, if you haven't played it. I'm sure if you are watching this, you've played this, but just in case you haven't, so we've picked the region, we've named the region, and now there's these blue squares that you can pick for wherever you want to put your city. And I just want to try to get some decent resources. They don't have to all be like max, but if I can get if I can get one with pretty decent, then that'll be great. That's all and wow, none of these regions really seem to be plentiful with anything. I think I'm gonna go back and pick a different region. I'll call it the same thing, but yeah, I just go with this one, maybe. Yeah, let's go with this one. Let's see what this one. Oh, no, gotta name the region. Thought it was freezing up on me. Okay, so again, not doing sandbox mode. Okay, so now let's see. Oh, that one's got some pretty good resources, and that's just all this stuff. It's just wind power, oil. No, that's water, not oil. Water, oil, ore, and coal. So if you want to do any mining of any kind of that sort, or you want to use wind power over all the other nasty stuff, it shows you what resources you have to work with that. And that's kind of That one's better, which I think I already looked at that one. That one's kind of shitty. That one's pretty good. That one's pretty good too. So I think we're gonna go with, I think I'm gonna try this one. I think. Yeah, we're gonna try this one. See how it works. Okay, and we just got claimed. I think it's like Samoans or something like that, but we're just gonna call it for easy sake. Oh, I just got the name of it. Simoleons. Okay, they're called simoleons, but I'm just gonna call them dollars. It's virtual, so it shouldn't matter. So you start off with $50,000, which I think in sandbox mode it's like $100,000 or something like that. But it's a lot more than what you start off with doing it this way. But I always prefer doing it this way. I'm not the greatest at this game, but I just find it's more fun. this is going to be interesting. Because I don't know how much of this right here, I don't know how much of that I'm going to really be able to do too much with. So this is going to be a pretty good challenge. So if you want to, which I'll do probably 2 or 3 videos or so, just to kind of get a feel for if you guys are liking it and all that stuff. And if you are, I'll keep going with it so you can kind of see the progression of the city and, you know, teach you some stuff and all that fun stuff. So this should be pretty interesting. I have no clue how I'm going to do this, but I think what would be a good idea, and once I get some wind power going, I'll be able to figure out, but I think I want to try to keep some to most of my residential over here, which, yeah, that kind of limits, but maybe I can also, well, yeah, I really didn't pick a very good spot, but hey, this is going to be interesting, it's going to be fun, and I can't wait. So what we need to do is build a road. Which this is going to be different because I've never had a road basically coming through the center like this and go off of it. Usually it's like, you know, you got your boundary line right here, which you can do anything inside here. And I usually have the road running like this, and then it'll be like a little spurt thing in for you to connect to. I've never had a road just come straight through like that, so. Which kind of sucks, because I just realized I don't think you can upgrade that. It's like whatever that road is, that's what that road is. So I am just going to improvise a little bit because I've never played on a piece of land like this. So I'm just going to run, if it'll let me stay clicked. So this blue dot. Okay, so there's this construction guy. He's letting you know, hey, you need to connect your city, which we're going to do. Just try to start with your main strip that would normally go through your town. Try to start with the bottom line avenue instead of this, because if you ever want to upgrade here and then past here, which you will as your city grows and all that stuff, you're not going to be able to upgrade from this to this without tearing it out, and whatever you have attached to that road, it's all going to go with it. So it's better to start with this, and then you can just upgrade to the streetcar avenue without having to tear out a bunch of businesses or tear out a bunch of residential, which it's a temporary problem. It's just annoying, and if I can avoid it, I try to. Which I used to use everything with this, and if you use this road for everything, that $10, you only got, let's see, yeah, $50,000. You only have that to start with. So you want to use this where it seems like most necessary or most appropriate, and then build everything else off of this. Because $2 dirt road is going to be a lot cheaper and a lot easier to build on more once taxes start coming in from people living there than it is to do it any other way. So enough of me yapping. I'm going to go ahead and get this going. I didn't think it would, yeah. I didn't think it would let me do that, so we're just going to go. Wow, I figured it was going to snap. It usually snaps to like a perpendicular point, but which I kind of, you know what, there is a way to do this. So I'm going to cancel that really quick. And what I'm going to do is try to spin this map a little bit, which I don't think it'll matter. That way I can kind of get a bird's eye view, because I've tried hooking up roads crooked, and if you can make square roads, it's so much easier. So now I'm going to try this again, and this way I can see, because it didn't seem like it was going to, oh, I guess it was snapping. I couldn't see it because of the angle I was at. So basically go out as far as we can, which is good. So I'll just end it at the, like, right before the sand. No, that's what I want to do, because I have to do that. Okay. Normally, yeah, I wouldn't do that, because that's, could be residential, but I had to do that, so we're just going to go with it. And then from here, So I have 43,905 left. We're just going to basically build up here. That should be okay for right now. I'll do more, but that's just kind of like the main X in town. And then from here, if I wanted to, I could just build something cheaper because it probably is not going to matter what else I put in. But the better roads or the higher density roads or streets or avenues you have, and the more you upgrade, the more you do all that stuff, your city will grow, and you'll get it'll just, because you get like trailers at first, but once you kind of start upgrading and doing other stuff with it, then you'll get better housing and all that stuff. So we're just gonna start with the trailer park for right now because I just need to get people in here so I can start earning some revenue. So what I will do, because you can if you want, but for the most part, any main strip like this, I try not to build residential. Like commercial I probably will, or industrial, because you don't really have it right on the road, but I couldn't imagine living on a main strip like that. So I don't prefer it that way. You can do it however you want. So let's get, let's see. Let's get some more dirt roads in here. Because the more people you get in the beginning, the more, well, potentially more taxes you're going to make because you have more people living there. So I'm going to do my best to just box this in. Which is going to be weird because you're going to have like trailer park, because that's just what comes with dirt roads. You're going to have trailer park with, you know, a nice avenue going right down the middle of it. But once you upgrade the street, it'll all kind of follow suit and it'll look better. It's just kind of getting started is more what it is. So actually I'm going to, well, I think what I want to use this line, but I'm not going to use it. I don't want to use it all the way. I don't want to connect to that, but I do want to get this to be as big as I can, which I'm pretty sure I'm going to build on the other side too, so it's not going to be a huge deal. So I think, so that this guideline right here, that's where I'm going to build to. So I'm basically just going to take this road right down here. I hope that was right. Close enough. Now let's see if I zoom in, I can do this a little bit better. Well, maybe not. So what I could do is just build it past that. Yes, this is a waste of money, or this is wasting money that I put in to do it, but and you'll have to excuse me, it's been like probably a year or more since I played this game. But yeah, so here's your bulldozer over here, or you can hit B for bulldozer. And what that does is you can obviously go in there and bulldoze. So I can just get rid of that extra section of road, and hopefully that was extra and I didn't. I really wanted to build up to that line. And I don't know if that necessarily worked. No, I'm sure, but that's fine. It's not going to be any issue. So now you have zones, you have electricity, you have water, and you have sewage, which these are the three things you need in the beginning to really help people not be mad at you. Because if you don't put in sewer, water, and electricity, you're going to have a lot of angry people right off the bat. And that's no fun for anybody. So we're going to, and this is residential, which he's telling you, draw a residential zone. You know, you need people, whether it's for taxes, whether it's for workers for industrial zones or shopping for commercial, you need people. So that is like the biggest thing, but you got to balance, and sometimes I struggle with that because you need people, but you also need places to shop and all that stuff too. So it just kind of goes hand in hand. Now, why is that not? Okay, there we go. And my computer's a little fussy today, so bear with me if you can. And then if you hold control while you have, keeps kicking my zone thing out, I'm not really sure why. So if you hold control while you have the zone key, you can actually do like you don't have to click each and every one. But since I don't want it to bounce around, I'm just going to do it like this. I'm just going to click and drag, does the same thing. It's just more, what do I want to say? It's not as, yeah. It's more controllable when you do it that way, because then you can kind of, you know, do it where you want, stop, do it where you want, stop. But if you want to do like a whole block, you just like, boom, done. And that's the nice thing about hitting control, holding control, and clicking, because then you can do that. You can just, but I don't want to have residential right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and bulldoze that, which is, I'd rather bulldoze it now than later when people actually try to build or move in, because I can't bulldoze. Because yeah, this is a special day for me. You de-zone. If you want to take out a zone, you just de-zone it, because there's nothing built, so you can't bulldoze, which I'm sure that makes sense. But I wasn't thinking about that. Then again, you know, it's my first time, so I'm trying to, just feels like the first time. Trying to I'm trying to make a somewhat perfect video, even though I know that it's probably not going to be perfect because it's my first time and oops, that's not what I wanted to do. But then you can go back and de-zone and just do it like that. So what I should have done was just left that button alone and just click and dragged. I just want to make good stuff for you guys, so you guys get to enjoy this. And if you want this game, you can get it through Origin. And then you can play and build your city and all kinds of stuff. There's even like amphitheaters and all kinds of stuff that you can put in here. You can have like monster truck jam and all this stuff. My wife's a lot better at this than I am. She got all that stuff and I was just like, I want one. But I never really got there. But I know enough to get started. And then, who knows, maybe we'll kind of learn while I do this of all the other stuff that I didn't know I could do, kind of thing. So, here you go, the vans are coming in. Get out of the zoning. Vans are coming in and you can see that they're all just like, you know, double wide, single wides, trailer park, you know, that's just what it's gonna be. You can't, unless you build, unless you build one of these streets, you'll start off with a trailer park, but it doesn't really matter because it's gonna be so short-lived, you probably won't even notice it's there. And I don't know why I'm having so many trouble coming over that mountain. Okay, well. Sorry, it seems like I'm just not in sync with this. So, we're going to build I'm just going to build a dirt road, because it's just I just need something for a windmill, which I probably should have actually put that over further. Because, let's move it to, wow, that's the only guideline they give me? Wow, okay. Well, I'm gonna put it like right here, I think. So I want to have a fair amount of room for, you know, upgrading or adding just anything. And then actually, I'll probably put my water tower over here too. So we're gonna start with wind power because it's like $8,000 and only costs, you jerk. And so if you can see right here, it's $8,000, and then the next box over, it's gonna cost you $80 an hour. And so that's why you want to stick with the cheaper stuff in the beginning, because until you really get the money, you can't really, yeah. It costs a lot of money to keep resources going, especially if you need to get a police station and all kinds of different stuff. So now that we got that going on, so I got that. So now we have a megawatt excess of 2.3. Well, not, and this is going to change depending on whether it's closed or open, how many people are moving in, and all that stuff. It doesn't ever stay the same. But, you know, when you got people moving in and out, it's not going to stay the same. So now they want water, because you got to have something to drink. Buildings need water. Ha ha ha. So, And you can't even get this anyways because you need a town hall, which we haven't gotten to. Like, I can't remember. I think it's like 5, or maybe it's when I get all my stuff set up. It's like right in the beginning of your town hall. It's either like 5,000 people, 500 people, or it's off the bat. I can't remember. So we're just gonna stick with a water tower for right now because we can, and why not? It's cheap and it'll supply 10 kilogallons. It'll supply 10 gallons per hour to my residents, and they're not. Yeah, we're not really hurting. It's just kind of starting out. So this is just kind of how you get things going. So this is still. It's still trying to get up and going, and it takes a minute. And then down here is, which I totally forgot to show or explain to you guys. So down here, the time and where this guy is. So right here, this is your time, and then you can pause the game if you want to, and it puts this red border so you can know if you're paused or not. And then over here, there's a speed setting, and right now we're on turtle. And I think if you hit 2 on your keyboard, you'd go to the next one, and 3 on the keyboard, you'd go to the next one. And it's just like 1, 2, and 3. So you just hit 2, and it's supposed to, so that's llama speed, and then 3 is cheetah speed. And so if you really want to speed things up to see if you're going to make money, or you're going to overdo your budget, or you want to get results and then slow it down, that's how you do it. Then, so we'll do sewage next, which, yeah, I'm going to build another road for that because I don't want my water and my sewage mixed in with each other. That's just not good for anybody. So I think I'm just going to build that off over here. Oh, okay, yeah, so petition to build town hall approved. So you get a town hall off the bat, which is good. Because then you can start having government services and all that kind of stuff. So we're just going to start with the sewage outflow pipe. Put that there. So now we have water, sewage, electricity, and everybody's going to be happy. I don't have a town hall, but I will do that in the next video. And I'll show you guys kind of more. I'll get more residential going. I'll show you commercial. This is how you get started. And that's all I wanted to have for this video. So, yeah, so the next one, it'll be the rest of the residential that I'll put over here, and then I'll try to mingle in some industrial and commercial over here, trying to keep my industrial away from the people, so that way they don't have to smell it, and just kind of keep progressing through the game with you guys and show you how it works and how the flow of the game goes and all that good stuff. And then we'll do our city hall and all that fun stuff. And I'm already right down here, it says $2.15 an hour, so I'm now already making $215 an hour by just having, this many people in. So there's going to be a lot more going on in the next one. Hit that subscribe button if you want to keep up to date with this stuff. That way you know when the next video drops. Give it a like, comment, let me know if it was helpful and if you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next SimCity build series. So for now, peace out, guys.